We often marvel at the triumphs of these stars and applaud their extraordinary talents. Yet few realize that beyond the glamour, they navigate profound challenges, particularly as parents of children with disabilities. These untold stories of strength and boundless love rarely reach the spotlight, but today, we'll uncover a side of them that might forever reshape your perspective. You'll be shocked to see which celebrities made this list and how they're transforming challenges into inspiration. Stay tuned. This is a story you can't miss. Be sure to like, share, and comment on which star's journey blew you away. Let's get started. Shaquille O'Neal, a towering NBA legend and four-time champion, is revered not only for his dominance on the basketball court, but also for his unwavering strength as a devoted father. In 2018, his son Sharif faced a frightening diagnosis of a rare coronary artery anomaly, a critical condition that could trigger sudden cardiac arrest. This defect, where the artery develops improperly, restricts the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscle. For a young, aspiring athlete like Sharif, this posed an exceptionally grave and life-altering threat. During Sharif's high school years, he started suffering from chest pain and exhaustion. A routine medical exam uncovered the dangerous coronary artery anomaly, thrusting the O'Neal family into a critical crossroads. In December 2018, Sharif underwent open-heart surgery and made a remarkable recovery, returning to the basketball court with determination. Shaquille revealed that watching his son confront such a daunting ordeal left him feeling powerless for the first time, shaken by the gravity of the situation. Yet, bolstered by unwavering family support and expert medical care, Sharif bravely resumed his athletic path and now shines as a college-level basketball player. Actress Holly Robinson Peete and her husband, former NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, have been prominent figures for years. Yet their world shifted dramatically in 2000 when their son, Rodney R.J. Peete Jr., received an autism diagnosis at age 3. R.J. exhibited early signs such as delayed speech, social withdrawal, and heightened sensitivity to sensory input. The diagnosis delivered a profound shock to the Peete family, reshaping their lives. Rodney initially grappled with accepting RJ's autism diagnosis, but Holly swiftly pivoted to action, diving into research to safeguard their son's future. Instead of concealing RJ's condition, they boldly shared their journey, authoring the children's book, My Brother Charlie, and producing the documentary series, For Pete's Sake, to spotlight autism awareness. The Peetes stressed the critical need for early diagnosis and championed advocacy, particularly in the Black community. Through steadfast support, RJ has thrived, now working with the Los Angeles Dodgers and inspiring countless others. Holly and Rodney's narrative transcends parenting a child with autism. It's a testament to a family's transformation into passionate advocates, uplifting their community with resilience and purpose. Tisha Campbell, beloved for her comedic roles in hits like Martin and My Wife and Kids, has long charmed audiences with her vibrant performances. Yet, behind the scenes, Tisha and her husband, Dwayne Martin, confronted a profound challenge when their son, Zen Martin, received an autism diagnosis at only 18 months old, reshaping their personal lives. Initially, Tisha was gripped by fear and isolation as she noticed Zen's developmental delays compared to other children. She described the official autism diagnosis as both a bittersweet relief and a heart-wrenching moment. Undeterred by fear, Tisha boldly shared her family's journey, becoming a pioneering voice among celebrities advocating for autism awareness in the Black community. She underscored the vital role of early intervention, and through dedicated speech and behavioral therapies, Zen has achieved remarkable progress, reflecting the family's resilience and commitment. Zen has blossomed into a young adult carving his path in music and digital media. Despite Tisha and Dwayne's divorce, both parents remain deeply engaged in their son's life, consistently reinforcing that differences are strengths, not shortcomings. Tisha's candid advocacy has uplifted numerous families, fostering empowerment and visibility, particularly in communities where neurodiversity remains a delicate topic. Chris Rock, a titan of stand-up comedy, is celebrated for his razor-sharp humor and candid takes on race, family, and politics. Yet many are unaware that his life has been profoundly influenced by a nonverbal learning disorder, NVLD, diagnosed in adulthood. Though not apparent to a child with a disability, Chris's journey provides a unique lens into the struggles he endured for years before uncovering the reasons behind his social difficulties. Raised in Brooklyn, Chris Rock grappled with interpreting facial expressions, vocal tones, and body language. His mother, Rosalie Rock, a dedicated educator, sensed something unique about her son. But back then, awareness and resources for such challenges in the Black community were scarce. It wasn't until his mid-50s that a therapist identified Chris's communication patterns as consistent with a nonverbal learning disorder, NVLD, finally shedding light on his lifelong struggles. NVLD complicates Chris Rock's ability to read nonverbal cues, posing challenges in relationships and social settings. He revealed that intensive therapy, including 7 hours weekly, has been transformative, helping him gain self-awareness and improve communication. Chris's journey transcends personal triumph, illuminating a critical reality. Many in minority communities, especially those with neurodiverse conditions like NVLD, remain undiagnosed until adulthood, underscoring the need for greater awareness and support. The support from Chris's mother was the foundation that helped him achieve success, and his story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of awareness around neurological diagnoses and the ongoing support needed. Leila Roshon, renowned for her iconic performances in Waiting to Exhale, Boomerang, and Any Given Sunday, and her husband, acclaimed director Antoine Fuqua, celebrated for blockbusters like Training Day and The Equalizer, have faced a deeply personal challenge in parenting a child with autism. Their daughter, Asia Fuqua, received an autism diagnosis early in life, a journey few associate with this high-profile couple. While Leila Roshon and Antoine Fuqua typically shield their personal lives from public view, Leila occasionally offers heartfelt glimpses into their journey raising Asia on social media. She frequently celebrates Asia's strength, describing her as a vibrant young girl who fills their family with boundless joy and love. Choosing privacy over publicity, Leila and Antoine have prioritized creating a nurturing, structured environment for their daughter. Quietly leveraging their platform, they advocate for autism awareness and the power of acceptance with understated yet impactful influence. Tony Snell, a seasoned NBA player, has dedicated years to honing his skills with elite teams like the Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks, and Portland Trail Blazers. Yet, his most life-changing moment unfolded off the court within his family. In 2021, after the birth of his son Carter, Toni and his wife Ashley observed developmental delays in their child. Carter wasn't speaking and displayed repetitive behaviors, or stimming, sparking concern and prompting deeper reflection. Following thorough medical evaluations, Carter was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD, a revelation that reshaped the Snell family's world. As Toni delved into autism research to better support his son, he noticed striking similarities in himself. The social struggles, difficulty interpreting nonverbal cues, and discomfort with rigid routines that Toni had long grappled with mirrored Carter's challenges. Spurred by his wife Ashley's encouragement, Toni pursued testing and received his own autism diagnosis at 31, marking a profound turning point in their journey. The shared autism diagnosis forged an unbreakable bond between Toni Snell and his son Carter. "I understand myself more now," Toni reflected. "I see him clearer. We're connected in ways I never expected." Viewing autism not as a barrier but as a unique lens on the world, Toni has leveraged his NBA platform to advocate for autism awareness, particularly for adults diagnosed later in life. His story has struck a powerful chord, inspiring and uplifting families navigating similar paths within their communities. Nick Cannon, a multifaceted entertainer, is celebrated for hosting The Masked Singer and Wild 'N Out alongside his thriving music and comedy careers. Yet, a lesser-known facet of his life centers on his son Zillion, diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. One of Nick's 12 children, Zillion's diagnosis became public in 2023, and Nick met the moment not with embarrassment, but with heartfelt compassion and unwavering pride. Nick Cannon opened up about raising Zillion, revealing how he adapted his parenting to address his son's unique needs. In a large, dynamic family like his, nurturing a child with autism presents significant challenges. Yet Nick has embraced the journey, eagerly learning and securing appropriate therapies. Harnessing his celebrity platform, he champions autism awareness, passionately advocating that neurodiversity is a reality in every family, regardless of its structure or conventions. Nick Cannon's candidness has fostered open conversations about autism in the Black celebrity community. He underscores that love, support, and empathy are paramount in parenting. Through his journey, Nick has unveiled a softer, more resilient side, marked by profound compassion and personal growth, redefining his public persona with authenticity and heart. Nick Cannon's journey highlights the power of acceptance and unwavering love. What resonates with you about his story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to catch more inspiring stories like this one. Boris Kodjoe, famous for his roles in Soul Food, Station 19, and Code Black, and his wife Nicole Ari Parker, known for Boogie Nights and Empire, have made their mark not only in the film industry, but also through their unwavering love and resilience in raising their daughter, Sophie Tay Naki Lee Kodjoe, who was born with spina bifida. This congenital spinal cord condition can lead to severe physical challenges, complications with bladder and bowel function, and other long-term medical issues. Soon after Sophie was born, her condition was diagnosed, and the early days for the Kodjoe family were filled with fear and uncertainty. The doctors offered little hope, only outlining a future filled with surgeries and ongoing treatments. Instead of succumbing to despair, Boris and Nicole took matters into their own hands, diving into research and taking proactive steps. In 2007, they established Sophie's Voice, an organization committed to raising awareness, funding research, and providing support to families affected by spina bifida. The organization later broadened its mission to include health equity initiatives through the Kodjoe Family Foundation. Boris and Nicole regularly emphasize the importance of nutrition and early intervention, such as folic acid supplementation during pregnancy. Despite undergoing numerous surgeries, Sophie continues to radiate with her vibrant personality and unyielding determination. The couple has become passionate advocates for children with disabilities and their families, firmly believing that disability is not a limitation but a unique strength. John Salley, a former NBA player renowned for being the first to win championships with 3 different teams, the Detroit Pistons, Chicago Bulls, and Los Angeles Lakers, has made a mark not only in basketball but also as a dedicated and resilient father. His daughter, who has autism, has presented him with challenges far different from those he faced on the court. While Salley seldom discusses the specifics of his daughter's diagnosis, he has been outspoken about the importance of neurodiversity and acceptance. In interviews, he reflects on his learning process while raising a child with autism, particularly in understanding and adapting to his daughter. "I had to forget the way I thought a son should be and start learning who my daughter truly is," Salley shared. Salley has used his platform to raise awareness about autism, especially within the Black community, where diagnoses are often delayed and frequently overlooked due to cultural stigma. He encourages other parents to remain involved and support their children, helping them recognize their unique strengths and talents. Salley's journey is not only deeply personal but also serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of acceptance and support within the community. Al Roker, a television icon known for his role as the weather anchor and co-host of NBC's Today Show, is celebrated not only for his warm and charming on-screen presence, but also for his journey as a father. Together with his wife, journalist Deborah Roberts, Al is the proud father of Nicholas Albert Roker, who was diagnosed with special needs at a young age. Al and Deborah quickly noticed that Nicholas had difficulty developing motor skills and communication. Although the family chose not to share a specific diagnosis, they focused on highlighting Nicholas's abilities and milestones, using their platform to raise awareness about special needs. Al openly admitted that he struggled with fear and a sense of helplessness when faced with the uncertainty of the future. However, with Deborah's unwavering support, they learned to become strong advocates for their son, embracing the challenges together. Today, Nicholas has blossomed into a smart and determined young man, participating in sports like triathlons, and was honored as Person of the Year by Respectability in 2022. Al frequently credits Nicholas's resilience as one of his greatest sources of motivation, showing that love and support have the power to transform lives. Shawn Stockman, a cornerstone of the iconic R&B group Boys II Men, defined the 1990s with soul-stirring hits like End of the Road and I'll Make Love to You, blending heartfelt lyrics with unforgettable melodies. Yet, beyond the stage and multi-platinum success, Shawn has devoted himself to a deeply personal cause, tirelessly advocating for autism awareness with quiet determination. Shawn Stockman's son, Micah, one of his twin boys with wife Sharonda Jones, who lives with autism, inspired Shawn to leverage his platform for community impact. Yet Shawn's journey transcends parenting a child with autism. It's a story of embracing understanding and acceptance. Early on, the Stockman family observed Micah's signs of autism, such as delayed communication and repetitive behaviors. Instead of withdrawing, they pursued therapies, established structured routines, and poured relentless effort into supporting Micah's growth. As Shawn delved into autism research to aid his son, he recognized many of Micah's traits in himself, deepening his self-awareness and strengthening his approach to raising a child with unique needs. In 2012, Shawn and Sharonda Stockman launched Micah's Voice, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting families impacted by autism. The organization funds therapies, supplies educational resources, and fosters community programs. Shawn has leveraged his platform to tackle the resource disparities in autism care, especially for Black families. "We saw how costly care can be, and too few families in our community can access it," he noted. Micah's ongoing progress continues to inspire Shawn and Sharonda, fueling their commitment to empowering others through their journey. Shawn Stockman has channeled the soul of his music and his prominent platform to champion autism awareness, driving meaningful change, especially in the Black community where stigma persists. Beyond his legacy as a legendary artist, Shawn stands as a steadfast father, fiercely advocating for his son and families navigating similar paths. His journey inspires not only those touched by disabilities, but also underscores the transformative strength of love and support in conquering life's toughest challenges. Cordell Stewart, a former NFL quarterback celebrated for his electrifying dual-threat style, earned the nickname Slash for his seamless blend of passing and running. He carved out a legacy with the Pittsburgh Steelers, later playing for the Chicago Bears and Baltimore Ravens. After retiring, Cordell faced a challenge more daunting than any on-field battle, supporting his son, Sire, diagnosed with autism, with steadfast commitment and love. When Sire was young, Cordell Stewart noticed his son's struggles with communication and repetitive behaviors. The autism diagnosis thrust Cordell into an unfamiliar, complex world of therapies and educational interventions. Far from retreating, he dove in headfirst, diligently researching autism, participating in support groups, and exploring medical studies to deepen his understanding and provide unwavering support for his son's growth and well-being. As a young child, Sire exhibited communication challenges and repetitive behaviors that caught Cordell Stewart's attention. The autism diagnosis introduced Cordell to an intricate and daunting landscape of therapies and educational strategies. Undeterred, he embraced the challenge, immersing himself in autism research, connecting with support communities, and delving into medical studies to gain deeper insight and provide steadfast support for his son's development and future. D.L. Hulley, a comedy heavyweight, is celebrated for his incisive political humor and standout roles in The Original Kings of Comedy, forging a career by fearlessly voicing the unspoken. Yet, beneath his razor-sharp wit is a dedicated father navigating a profound personal journey. raising his son, who has Asperger's syndrome, now understood as part of the autism spectrum. D.L. Hulley's son, Kyle Haley, was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome in childhood, prompting D.L. to candidly share the emotional and psychological complexities of embracing this reality. Initially, he grappled with understanding Kyle's behaviors, social withdrawal, rigid routines, and challenges adapting to change. In a society where emotions are often masked, DL learned to connect with Kyle on his son's terms, not his own. Through his vulnerability, DL has not only deepened his bond with Kyle, but also challenged stigma around neurodiversity, inspiring other parents in his community to embrace their journeys with courage. Monica Arnold, the R&B icon behind soulful hits like Don't Take It Personal and The Boy Is Mine, channels her strength not only through her music but also in her personal life. Her son, Romulo Montez Hill, was diagnosed with dyslexia at a young age. Though he faced challenges keeping pace with peers, Monica remained steadfast, tirelessly seeking resources and support to empower her son's growth and success. Monica Arnold has candidly shared the hurdles her family navigated, particularly within an education system often rigid for students with learning differences like dyslexia. She passionately clarifies that dyslexia doesn't equate to a lack of intelligence, but reflects a unique way of processing information. "He's brilliant, just learns differently," Monica affirmed. With early intervention and steadfast support from family, including Romulo's father, Rodney Rocco Hill, her son has achieved remarkable strides. Beyond being a resilient mother, Monica is a fierce advocate for families of children with dyslexia, championing awareness and early intervention to empower kids to surmount learning obstacles. Shepard, the beloved comedian and talk show host, known for her vibrant roles on The View and 30 Rock, has brought joy to millions with her infectious charm and sharp humor. Yet, behind her radiant smile lies a profound personal journey of raising her son, Jeffrey Charles Tarpley Jr., born prematurely in 2005, who faced substantial developmental delays that tested her resilience and love. While Shepard has kept her son's exact diagnosis private, she has candidly discussed the obstacles Jeffrey encountered with motor skills, speech, and learning development. Juggling her career as a single mother, Sherry managed a whirlwind of medical appointments, therapies, and educational support. She tearfully recounted the overwhelming joy of hearing Jeffrey speak for the first time at age 4, a moment she cherishes as one of the most precious in her life. Rather than hiding her story, Sherry has used her platform to empower other mothers raising children with disabilities. She emphasizes the importance of trusting one's parental instincts, seeking early intervention, and celebrating every progress, no matter how small. Sherry has helped broaden the conversation about raising children with disabilities, while affirming that love and support are the most crucial elements of this journey. Chenise Wilson, best known for her hit song I Love Your Smile, and her husband, actor Flex Alexander, recognized for his role in the sitcom One-on-One, are not just a beloved couple in the entertainment industry, but also strong, dedicated parents who have shared their journey of raising their children with the public. Their daughter, Imani Shakina Knox, was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. a challenge the family has been navigating since she was young. Imani's signs of autism became apparent during her toddler years, marked by struggles with communication and a lack of interest in typical conversations. The diagnosis came as a major shock to Flex and Chenise, leaving them fearful and uncertain about what lay ahead. However, rather than keeping it private, they opted for openness, sharing their journey with the public through interviews and on their reality TV show, Flex and Chenise. By openly sharing their daily experiences, from navigating the school system to managing therapy sessions, Flex and Chenise have demonstrated unwavering love and commitment to their daughter. Now older, Imani continues to flourish with the help of her parents' support and the right therapeutic treatments. They celebrate every achievement of hers, no matter how big or small, and are dedicated to creating an environment where she can grow freely, without fear or limitations. CeeLo Green, the Grammy-winning artist and former coach on The Voice, is best known for hits like Forget You and Crazy as part of the group Gnarls Barkley. However, beyond the music scene, CeeLo is also the proud father of a son with autism. His son, Kingston, was diagnosed with autism at a young age, and CeeLo has openly shared the unique and special bond they share. While CeeLo keeps much of Kingston's life private, he has shared how fatherhood has deepened his understanding of patience and empathy in communication. Kingston is an amazing and deeply loving creative, CeeLo said. Rather than trying to change his son, he focuses on supporting Kingston's development, celebrating his strengths, and fostering a loving and understanding home. CeeLo's journey with Kingston has inspired him to become a passionate advocate for creating positive, supportive environments for children with autism, emphasizing that every child perceives the world in their own way, and the key is helping them grow in that unique way. They have transformed personal challenges into opportunities to make a difference in the community, becoming voices for families facing similar circumstances. Their stories highlight that love, patience, and acceptance are essential in raising children with special needs, proving that every family can overcome significant obstacles with support and resilience. Which of these stories resonated with you the most? Was there any story that surprised you? Share your thoughts with us.